the big mine at Broken Hill started as a quarry or an open cut, but it went deeper and deeper, and soon most of the workings were in the underground, and the underground can be very dangerous. At first, when all the fresh timber was being brought in, people didn't imagine that it would be a fire hazard, but over time the timber dried and some of it split, and of course people used to smoke quite often in mines in those days, and so now and then a fire would break out, and these piles of Oregon timber caught fire. Well, of course, it was quite a blaze, and the draft of air would carry the fire to the next set of timbering, and before long, a very big area of the underground mine was ablaze. Of course, often carbon monoxide fumes had produced poisonous fumes in that situation, and in 1906 there were serious fires at Broken Hill in several mines, including the proprietary mine, and so many acts of bravery took place in Broken Hill in 1906 that the Royal Humane Society, which makes awards for civilian bravery, decided that the event had to be honoured, and in 1906 more people at Broken Hill, mostly miners but some of them managers, received medals or certificates for bravery than in any previous event in Australian history. You know, a mining community has to be proud of its traditions when so many people risk their lives so that others can be saved. Some of the miners are very well known at Broken Hill to this day. One of them was a manager. His name was Richard Slee. He was a graduate of Sydney University, and he was one of the bosses, not the boss, in the BHP mine when the fire broke out in 1906. He carried out acts of bravery. He was willing to go into areas in the hope of rescuing people, a task that you wouldn't ask other people to do. In fact, he received another award again in 1916, and in 1935, by which time he was the general manager of all BHP's operations in Broken Hill, there was a dangerous well in the town of Broken Hill, and somebody said, well, somebody's got to go down there. Well, he said, I'll go, and he was one of the 4 people who went down there. He, the boss, plus 3 men. They were all asphyxiated by fumes in this well. They all died. He's buried at Broken Hill, so that people like Slee, they're great figures in the history of Broken Hill.